Usually this is about dating, but in this case here on Ditch or Date, and I guess you can send these to us also at thebertshow.com. This is the Friends edition right here. So what do? Do you ditch or do you continue to hang out? Hey, Bert Show, loyal podcast P1 here. Now, if you don't know what a P1 is, then you ain't one.
But you can become one.
You just got to be like super loyal.
Yeah.
Like no matter what we do, you're like, oh man, that was a bad day, but I still love them.
I'm still going to listen tomorrow.
That's it.
That's like you're the most loyal listeners that we have. I need your opinions on whether or not to ditch our new friends or not. My husband and I made some new friends who live in our neighborhood. They are super kind, outgoing, and fun to be around. Yeah, that's how they all start. All these Netflix horror shows. That's how these start. We really like them and like hanging out with them, but we've hung out a few times, and now we've noticed that they take social media to a whole nother level. They have to take videos everywhere we go. At first, it seemed harmless, and we thought they were sending videos to family or just trying to be supportive to small businesses, but nope. Turns out they are one of, quote-unquote, those YouTube families. We came across their channel, and they have hundreds of super obnoxious videos of every aspect of their life, from dentist appointments and taking pregnancy tests to viral challenges and every single thing their kids do. What's especially weird to us is that their personalities on their videos are nothing like their personalities in real life. In real life, they seem like cool, normal, and genuine people. But in their YouTube videos, they're fake, obnoxious, and have that generic personality that all those creepy YouTube families tend to share. These are not my words. Their voices and mannerisms are even super different than their normal voices. When saying all of the typical things like, don't forget to smash that subscription button or hit us up in the comments. They don't even have very many followers, but it's very clear that they're trying to make this their full-time gig. Also seems like their kids have zero privacy. They even did a video on buying tampons when their 11-year-old daughter got her first period.
No.
That's a lot.
That video literally ended with the dad handing 20 different boxes of pads and tampons to her in the bathroom, and she looked mortified.
Yeah, no.
Something about it is super fake and cringy, but like I said, in real life, they seem super normal and fun, at least when their phones aren't out. Do we ditch them or keep hanging out with them? How can people who seem so nice and normal be so freaking weird online? To be honest, this really isn't something we even want our kids exposed to, and we don't want to end up as the star of one of their prank videos. Do we say something or just slowly let it kind of just fade away? I know that y'all have lives. Y'all live your lives on the show for our entertainment, but y'all seem to do it with so much grace, integrity, and genuineness.
Thank you.
So I know y'all are the best people to weigh in on this. Thanks, Bert Show. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, because it is weird. Because we do that. We put everything out there for people to judge and comment on, and hopefully, the crutch of it and the intention of it is to be relatable and to help people if they're going through something similar. And to expose that vulnerability so you make connection so people don't feel alone. That's my goal anyway. So if I was in her position and these are new friends in the neighborhood and I found this out, I would phase myself away from them.
You would?
I would ditch.
Okay.
If I'm being honest, I would 100% ditch because I just don't want any part of that.
No.
So, yeah, the couple of people that I know that take their social media so seriously to where it's like kind of how they make a living almost, they're all like this, to be honest. They like have a completely different persona and characters on their social media than in real life. And, I don't think it's a problem with it. I think it's just a personal preference thing. They obviously are not fond of it. And if I was in that situation, I would ditch also, because I don't think saying anything is going to change anything. This is who they are.
Yeah.
It makes no sense to say anything to them about it. Like, why? And if it's going to continue to bother you, then why even put yourself in that situation to go through it?
Because it's obvious she's not a fan.
Yes.
Yeah.
We don't even have to read between the lines there.
Right. I am absolutely positive that there have been people that come into my life that have had the same feeling here. That, I mean, what we do here on the Bert Show is an embellished version of what we are in real life. It's pretty close, but it's embellished. Like, in my real life, I'm not telling strangers or my friends that I had hemorrhoids. Okay. I'll do that on the radio because it's funny, but in my real life, that's not who I am. Right. But I'm sure that there are people that walked into my circle and didn't know me and then started listening to the radio. And they're like, that's the same guy. He seems like a weirdo on the radio. But in this case here, this would absolutely drive me crazy because I just kind of feel like when you're in that world, they're always looking for content, and I don't want to be the embellished piece of that content. Just doing it from this side, I know that. So this would keep me at arm's length for sure.
So we're like 3 for 3 on the ditch, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is ditcher.
This email is just a light version of what we do. So essentially what we're saying is if you're a new person coming into our lives, don't.
Yep. No.
Keep on moving.
Completely understand if you don't want to be my friend.
The Bert Show.
Like what you just watched? Well, you can get way more of The Bert Show on Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, or wherever you get your favorite podcasts.